Your speak. Are you bringing them or not?
Have you seen my phone?
No, it's probably over in the living room.
Okay. So we have some fun questions that you guys asked. See my hair. And like the
What was the length of my hair again?
22 inches.
22.
No, yeah, 22 inches. Either 22 or 24. That'd be 22.
Okay.
Ready to
get started.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'll do my makeup, you do your hair.
I haven't curled. Oh God, I haven't curled hair in forever.
The question that everyone keeps asking is, how do you balance residency, wife, and mom?
Oh God, that's such a loaded question.
Like, how do you do it all?
It's like not like a one sentence answer. I think that, to be honest, it's not a glamorous life is what the first thing I'll say. I think I was telling Lawrence this the other day, like I see people on Instagram that like are residents, like pretty popular people on Instagram that are residents, and they're always posting these like glamour shots of like me in my white coat with my stethoscope, like coffee, like, or traveling somewhere, all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know what residency you're a part of. In my lifestyle, it's like a chaotic, hectic lifestyle, and it's like not glamorous at all. You're not glamorous, you know, on your way to a 24-hour shift, or on your way back from a 24-hour shift, or from late call, or from, you know, early call, whatever. It's just, it's not glamorous. So I'll say that, like, first, I think my managing expectations of daily life are kind of my way of balancing things, because I don't expect to like be beat faced every time I go into the hospital, or like my hair to be on point every time I go in the hospital. Some days, you know, you shower, you put your lotion, rub your Vaseline, and you go. And that's as good as it gets some days. You know what I mean? You just thank God that like your children are fed, your husband is, you know, safe and fed, you're clean, and you showed up to work at the appropriate time. You know, like sometimes that's as good as it gets. And managing that expectation is how I balance things. And luckily, Lawrence is really good at helping me take care of Adanna. So, you know, when he is off, he does a really good job of like helping me, I don't know, helping me
balance everything.
Yeah.
Like, you guys take turns on a lot of things, like you know what I mean? Like, you guys, okay, today I work this day, this time, and you work this time. So you pick up Adanna this time. When I come back, I'll do this. Like, you guys do that back and forth.
This thing is not on, by the way.
It's on.
I just turned it on.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's not hot.
It heats up fast.
So I guess I'll just talk while you do your makeup. Okay. So yeah, that's how I balance it. I guess I could talk about the baby now, or what?
Yeah.
So recently I had another baby. So now I have 2 kids. And that has been another adjustment, managing 2 kids, my husband, and residency. And I think that I'm not going to tell everybody like, oh yeah, it's easy. It's hard, but it's doable. And I think that having a good support system is the main way to like balance all the things. I have a lot of help with the kids and stuff, because I'm not always at home, so I have to have somebody to help me. So I think having that great support system helps me balance my life. And I think one thing that was really important to me was finishing residency on time. And so I didn't take any I didn't take any extra time off. I took what was allocated to me for maternity leave for both of my kids, and then I got right back to work. And sometimes that meant sacrificing vacation times, sacrificing, you know, your free time to get that done. But it was really important to me, and I can say that I have 2 more months of residency, and I'm so excited to be done. It's here, I can smell it, I can feel it, and it feels good.
I feel like some people what people were talking about on Instagram, that kind of glamorize the life, I feel like they don't, if they take off, they don't say that they take off for like kids and stuff.
Yeah, honestly I have no idea, but I worked for both of my kids. I worked up until I delivered for both of them. So I didn't take any time before delivery. I wobbled myself into the hospital every day. Actually, it's funny because I was overdue with both of my kids, so I actually worked past my due date for both of them. So
by what, like 1 week, 2 weeks?
1 week and a couple days, yeah. Yep, for both of them. So It's not easy, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking time off. Actually, I'll say that out loud. There's nothing wrong with taking time off, because sometimes due to your medical circumstances or your family circumstances or whatever it is, you might have to take time off, and that's completely fine. But I think the most important thing is making sure that you're mentally capable of handling working that long, and emotionally capable, because it is very taxing on multiple aspects of your life. So
okay.
But so it's kind of,
do you have like a schedule, like, you know, like how do you
yeah, so I definitely have so residency can kind of be all over the place, because you have different rotations that require you to start at different times of the day, end at different times of the day. So my schedule fluctuates a lot, but in terms of the kids' schedule, that's pretty firm. Adanna has a certain time that he wakes up, he goes to daycare, he eats at certain times, he sleeps at certain times, he bathes at certain times. So I definitely have to keep him on the schedule to make that aspect of my life,
no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And Lawrence is pretty firm on the schedule too. So even sometimes I'm like, oh, let him, he's like, no, bedtime. And I'm like, all right. So, but yeah, that definitely helps. You know,
I feel like it helps keep the kids calm so that you can function and do everything else.
Yeah, because when Adanna goes to sleep, it's like, well, Adanna is usually still awake, but when he goes to sleep, that's like one less. My baby's crying. That's like one less like thing that I have to deal with at that time. So,
someone says, have anyone mistakenly thought like I was you, and vice versa? Because you guys look like twins.
That thought that we were each other?
Yeah, like if someone sees you. Yeah,
do
that happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Like when we go to Nigerian parties and people think that I'm you. They're like, oh, Inky, how is Adanna? And I'm like,
really?
Yeah. All right, next question. Someone said, who taught the other how to cook, and who cooks more African food? Well, we didn't teach each other how to cook.
Yeah, our mom taught
us how to cook, like at the same time. So it wasn't like someone knew how to cook something before somebody else. So, mommy kind of lumps. I feel like mommy lumps everything together, like when she teaches us stuff. So, yeah. And who cooks more African food? I don't. I would feel like it would be the same, because we both have Nigerian husbands. So.
Lawrence doesn't really like American food, so I'll say that I tend to. Well, before I was on maternity leave, I usually cook once a week, like on the weekends. And I usually cook some type of like stew, soup, whatever, rice, to last for the week. So I would say that I cook Nigerian food weekly. So
okay, then you probably cook more Nigerian food than me.
Oh really?
Yeah, because Chris, he eats all kinds of food. So he'll eat American food, and then like non-Nigerian food.
Okay.
And then African food. So then I feel like you probably cook more than me, because I don't cook Nigerian food every week.
Anytime
I cook every week, but it's always something different. I might do like Asian food, pasta, you know, rice, and then
anytime I cook American food for like dinner, Lawrence treats it like an appetizer. So like he'll eat it, but then he'll be like, oh, where's the main food coming? I'm like, this is the main food. And he's like, oh, you didn't tell me. It's like, I didn't know I had to tell you. I was like, do we do appetizers? Is this a restaurant?
Appetizer.
I know, right? So now when I cook like American food, I try to like pair it with something else, so he's not like disappointed.
Okay. Someone said, everyone's saying the same questions. What made you want to be a pediatrician? Yeah, you're into the pediatrician, if we didn't say that before.
Soon to be pediatric endocrinologist.
Oh yeah.
So what made me want to be a pediatrician? So when I started medical school, I wasn't really sure like what subspecialty I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to do something surgical, just because I'm really good with my hands and things like that. So it's like the cliche, like, oh, you're good with your hands, you should be a surgeon. But I think like as you go through medical school and you actually experience the different rotations in your third year and electives in your fourth year, you really, you know, get a sense of what the lifestyle is like. And I didn't like adult medicine, but when I got to pediatrics, I felt like I enjoyed the medicine, I enjoyed the patients, I enjoyed the difficult parents, like dealing with that. It's slightly entertaining. So that's kind of how it just organically going through my rotations. I enjoyed my peds rotation, so I was like, okay, I'll do peds.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Said update.
Does this look okay?
Said baby GD update.
Yeah, I like that. Perfect. What do you have on your eyes? What's that white stuff?
Primer.
Primer?
Make your lashes look longer.
Let me see.
And then you put the mascara on top of it.
You didn't share this with me. Because my lashes are really short.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. Look at my lashes. We have the same type of lashes.
No, you have longer lashes than me. I have really short lashes. Okay, I'm gonna get those.
It's good though. It works.
You should have told me before I put the mascara on that I have right now.
Someone said baby GD update.
Oh, baby JD, he's almost 2 years old, which is so crazy. I have 2 kids under 2, which is a whole nother story. But he's doing great. He's so tall. Like, I know that like Lawrence and I are both taller than like the average male and female, so I expected my kids to be tall. But like sometimes people ask me like, oh, how old is he? Like 3 or 4 now? And I'm like, he's not even 2 yet. So it's just so funny. Like he's very tall.
Yeah.
He's talking up a storm. And you know, you're getting into that age group where they tend to throw a little bit more tantrums.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay. I think we've managed it well. He's a pretty well-mannered kid, which I'm very grateful to God for.
Adanna behaves so well.
And he's so funny because he'll have his like breakdowns and meltdowns where he's like, he doesn't want to do something and all he says is no, but he's like so cute in the fact that he'd be like, no, thank you. Like while he's screaming.
He's like, no, thank you.
And I'm just like, oh my God. Like it's like a polite tantrum. And yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah, I was saying when we took him to school the other day, like the other kids in this class are the same age as him, but they look so babyish compared to him.
Yeah.
They do. You would think that like, oh, he's not in the right class. You would think he can be in like the 4 years old class, like right before kindergarten.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's funny because sometimes people expect him to like be talking better because they think he's older, but I'm like, he's not even 2. So he's developmentally appropriate. He doesn't have sentence construction yet, and that is completely appropriate. So,
and then what was I gonna say? And then he knows all his alphabet. He knows the alphabet and their sounds, and he recognizes every like letter and stuff like that. So the next step is just reading. You know, like putting all these sounds
doing
together.
Like sight words and stuff like that. Yeah.
So he's advanced in that. Let me go get my Vaseline.
Yeah, he does very well with those types of things. I'm trying to do
Someone
like
says,
waves.
how is it adjusting to be wives? It's an adjustment.
It is.
It's an adjustment, and it's like it's a different life than being not married. Cause I feel like when you make decisions, I know it's just not about you anymore.
That's true.
Not about you, and it's like when you want to think of something, even if you have an idea of like,
pluses and minuses.
It's like even if you have like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna go do this, and this. It's like, yeah, you can go do that. But you got to make sure you consult the person so they know what you're doing because they may have other plans in their head too. You know. Yeah. So
for sure,
it's just like a realization of that your life is with somebody else now. So it's like. You know,
I think that the hardest part of the adjustment, I think, is that, I don't know, is there a hard part? I don't know, Lawrence and I have known each other for a long time, so I feel like we know each other's personalities really well. So
it wasn't really adjusting to personality, maybe just like living situation.
Yeah. I think the hardest part sometimes for me is like, I'm the type of person that like after a long day, like I need to like be by myself in a room to like de-stress and just like get myself together before I'm ready to like interact and do like, you know, do all these different things. And Lawrence is a very much like, he likes to be together, sit together in the same room. And I'm just like, I need my space. But then like, it's funny because then sometimes when Lawrence wants his space, I'm just like, I want to be with you. I want to be around you. I want to be like in your face. So it's funny because we both have our moments where like we kind of like want to do it, like just want a breather after like a long day of work. Yeah. But then the other person's like, hi, how are ya?
That's not because like sometimes like when I come back from work and then Chris is on his computer and I'm in the living room watching TV, I'm like, okay, why don't you like sit over here? Like, you know.
Do you have my brush?
I was just using it to.
Are you done with your makeup?
Yeah. Looks good. I was telling you just do simple stuff.
It looks good. Are you gonna
barely?
You just do your hair? What are you gonna do for the rest of the video?
I mean, I still gotta put on my lips.
Oh.
And I didn't like contour my face.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so someone says, what does Iffy call your son that's funny? Sorry, I don't know his name.
What do you mean?
Like name I call him. I just call him
Like
Giddy
nicknames?
Babes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I call him Giddy
That's
Babes.
what I call him.
So it's not really funny, but that's what I call him. Giddy Babes. Yeah. Mommy calls him Jitey Jitey.
Yeah. I call him Giddy Babes. That's what I call him.
Yeah. My Giddy Babies. Let's see. Someone says, has your marriages affected your relationship as sisters in any way?
I mean, life changes, so it's
life changes.
It's not, our relationship is not the same as it was when we were single people. So I will say that it's changed, but I think it's changed for the better.
Yeah, I mean, it just changed. Just like that's just the season it's in. You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know. It's not. It's hard to explain. It's just. It's not like we. Oh, I don't talk to you kids much as I used to. Like I still talk to you often, but it's like, you know, maybe certain times of the day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you know, certain times of the day.
Or certain topics that we talk about.
Yeah. We talk about different things now. You know, like adult life things, and you know, like, oh, what vacuum did you buy last week? I need a new vacuum.
Tell me about your mortgage.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like how did you guys finance that? Like, how do you do this? Like, you know, should I do this or should I do this? You know, stuff like that.
Burnt my finger.
Someone said, let's see. How many years of schooling did an NKY take to be a pediatrician, and how many years to be a pharmacist? So you go first.
So I did a combined program. So I did 2 years of undergrad. I did 4 years of medical school, 1 year of research, and then 3 years of residency. I'm on my last year of residency.
Yeah. And then I did, what was it, 2 years of undergrad. Like my school lumped it together, but it's 2 years of undergrad, then 4 years of professional school. Well, 3 years like in class professional. Then last year you do rotations for a year. And then after that, I just went into working because there's an option to do residency, but I just started working right away. So yeah, I'm a retail pharmacist. And in here, so like endocrinology, pediatrics. Is that a hospital setting?
Yes. So I'll finish my residency in the next 2 months here, and then I will start fellowship in endocrinology.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm actually really, really excited. So I love my colleagues already. So I know most of them, if not all of them. So I'm really excited for the next step.
Someone said, how do you balance being a mom resident? But someone said you have a routine. Yeah, who watches baby GD? But we answered that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely gotta have a routine.
Yeah. Yep. Routine is always like literally. It's like, I don't know. I just think kids need to be on routine because I feel like kids that aren't on routines, they get, you know, they don't have boundaries on like, you know, playtime, eating time, sleeping time, you know.
That's the hardest thing with kids is the transition between different events and activities.
Yeah.
So, and I will say that I think for a good amount of my second year of residency, I forgot to take care of myself. That's the one thing I'll say. I forgot to take care of myself. Like, I felt like I had my child's like routine down. I had his food ready. I had this ready for him. I had, you know, something ready for Lawrence, food, this, that. I had my house together, this, that, most times, not all the time. But then like, sometimes I would like feed everybody and forget to like eat. Like at the end of the day, I would be like getting ready to go to bed and I'd be like,
and then sometimes when I'm here, I ask you like, did you eat? And you're like, did I eat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
And it was something that happened last night. I remember it was like 11 o'clock and I was like, I'm so hungry. And he's like, you haven't eaten anything.
Today.
So I think that's the thing that like this year that I want to learn to do better is take care of myself in addition to, you know, my typical responsibilities.
Yeah. And then going back to what you said, having it all together, like, you know, to be realistic, like you don't have it. It's not always together.
Yeah. And that's
like plans,
that's okay.
Plans mess up, you know. The house is messy, you know, things aren't done, laundry isn't done, dishes aren't done, you know, but it's like, that's just being...
Speaking of laundry.
Oh yeah, I was gonna remind you to put those in the dryer.
Yeah, so I think letting go of having it all together all the time, that's not, I don't put that type of pressure on myself. Yeah. There are certain things, like you make a list of, whether it's a mental list, a physical list of things you have to do for the day, and you have to rank them between, you know, most important, least important, and as far down this list you get is good enough. Yeah. You know?
At the end of the day, at least I accomplished this today, so I'm going
as long as those like mandatory, really important things get done for the day, you know, that's the important thing, and that includes like taking care of your children. Usually, at least for me, taking care of my children and my husband are at the top of my list.
Yeah. Someone said, what keeps you motivated to pursue your goals?
Oh, that's a good one, because I think it's so easy to like get bogged down with like stress, work, and responsibilities. So like sometimes you have to have an incentive to like, you have to create an incentive for yourself to keep going. And that can be like, for me, I'm very easy to please. So I think for me, like, I'm gonna go at the end of the week. I'm gonna go to Target and I'm just gonna spend money. Like,
that's how I am. Like
that's
it doesn't
enough
take
for me
to
sometimes.
be like, even for me, like what maybe you say like the week I know is gonna be busy, but I look forward to Friday. I'll be done with everything I do on the couch watching a movie. Kristen will order pizza. Like that's like, oh, I can't wait. You know what I mean? So any little thing, and even like shopping, traveling, you know, just like personal incentives, you know, and then also long-term goals and like, oh, like having a house, you know, being able to travel, financial freedom, you know, just providing for your kids, you know, things like that. Like that will always, that's also always the motivator and stuff like that.
And I think anytime you're in medicine, specifically the medical field, like you know, having the desire to go to medical school, you have to be okay with the concept of delayed gratification. Because there's a lot of things I do now that people be like, oh man, I want to do that, I want to do this, and they're in school, and I'm like, look, when I was in school, I did none of that. I did none of that. No. So it's like, you have to be okay, sit down, read your books, do your thing, and you know, have the, you know, accept the fact that like life might not be glamorous now, but you know that in the future, once you accomplish, you know, school, once you graduate, that you can do certain things that, you know, you see others doing that you want to do. So
and that's important. Like, you know, when you're looking at, especially with social media, when you're looking at people, like everybody has their timeline and everybody's life isn't set up the same. So just because, you know, people are doing this doesn't mean that it's like you're behind. It's just that it's just not your time yet, you know.
Everybody's life
and
is
just accept that, you know.
It's not your season. Just wait for your season to come.
Wait for your season to come.
And I keep telling myself, even now, I keep telling myself that. I see people like that travel all the time out of the country, and I'm just like, man, I want to do that, because I don't. With residency, we get vacation, but like I said, I had to give up some of my vacation time when I was on maternity leave. Not because I had to, but more so because I wanted to stay on track with my residency class, and so that meant giving up time that I could travel places and being okay with that. Sometimes I like lament about it, but you know, I know that like it's not my season.
It's just just be realistic. Because I feel like a lot of people don't live realistically and they don't think realistically. And it just sets you up for like disappointment in yourself.
And I feel the same thing about having children too, because sometimes I want to travel, but I'm like, nah, I can't take my kids to those types of locations. Like they're not kid friendly. And then
like you have to wait, you know.
Or if I do have the opportunity to travel somewhere and somebody's like, oh yeah, the kids will stay back. I'm like, I don't want to leave my kids. I don't want to leave them.
It's not easy just to be like, oh, just leave. I don't know. Because sometimes when I think about it, like there's
absolutely nothing wrong with leaving your kids. I just think that sometimes I get like, I like to, you know, I like to be with them, so.
Because I feel like before, like, you had kids, I would be thinking like, oh yeah, when I have kids, like, I'm taking them to grandma's house and I'm leaving, I'm bumping out. But then it's like when they're really here, you're like, oh, just come with me. Like, you know, like
how is he ever going to get to sleep if I'm not home? Like, that's how I feel like about Adanna. Like, I don't want to ruin his night routine. We have to read our books, so I have to be home. Like, you know, it's funny. My vacation in Oasis is being at home.
Your night routine. Like yesterday when Inky did her night routine with Adanna, I was like, that's so cute. I did his bath time, and then after they were done, Inky read him his prayer book, and then they prayed, and then she let him in his bed, and then he went to sleep, and then that was it. Like, you know,
and usually like we all do that. Like me, Lawrence, Adanna, and Adanna, but Lawrence is out of town right now, so it's just me. But usually we do it all together. We pray as a family before we go to sleep at night.
So that was just cute, and I just like how Adanna knew the routine. So it wasn't like fussing, like we're not like no bedtime. No, this is how it is, you know, and he knows that. So I like that.
And I think that's a whole other. Well, I don't know what the demographic, what your like viewer demographic is, but I was going to talk about like sleep routines for like toddlers and Ferber method and different controversial methods of like sleep training kids. But I don't know if your demographic is about that life.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like people are kind of spread out.
Maybe in another video.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in like what'd you call it?
I was just saying toddler sleep routines.
Yeah. Do you have to do sleep training?
Well, I did sleep train him, and I think that's sometimes a controversial topic. So he sleep trains, and my quality of life improved after he was sleep trained. So
that's good.
Yeah, my child doesn't wake up multiple times during the night, and he hasn't since he was like, I want to say since he was like 4 or 5 months old. He started sleeping through the night at 6 weeks old, but then there's always the sleep regression at 4 months old. And then I think around 5 or 6 months, he started sleeping through the night again. So I don't know, but that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in that, let us know, and then we'll do that video some other time. Okay. So last question.
Adanna, because she's here now, and you haven't said anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's okay, baby.
Come on, minutes. She's hungry. All right. So what do I say now?
This is baby Adanna.
Oh, she's gonna spit this thing out. I don't want it to fall on the floor.
What do you introduce her?
I don't want this to fall on the floor. Okay, yes, okay. So this is my second baby, baby Adanna. She's 5 weeks old, and she's a precious little peanut that I love so much. My baby. So now I have 2 kids.
Taking care of my children.
And she's very hungry, so we're gonna wrap up this video very soon.
Yes, she's very hungry. All right, so one more question and then we're out. So the one question was, someone said, how does Inky deal with negative vibes from people?
Oh, I don't even think about that.
Yeah, don't even address it.
Yeah, I don't even address it. I don't acknowledge it. I just keep moving. I got things to do. I'm too busy for that.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you feel the vibes,
and that's work, life, that's all of the above. Just
all
keep it moving. When you know that you're doing your best, you just keep it moving.
Yeah. And it's like, and also it's like, you know that you didn't do anything to anybody for them to give you negative vibes. So just know that you're doing something well. You're just doing your own thing. You know, some people give negative vibes when.
Well, that pacifier is gone.
There's it. Okay. Sometimes, what was I saying? No, some people give negative vibes when you're not paying attention to them and you're doing your own thing, living your own life, you know, and not bothered by anything. That's when people give negative vibes to you. So just keep doing your own thing and just not even address it, or just let it go. Anyway, so I want to tell you guys about our kinky straight, because we're doing twinsies today, kinky straight.
Yeah.
So we have the Nkoma kinky straight hair on right now, and they're new parts. So we want to rinse that.
Yeah, because I feel like we have to redo that part.
It's okay, I'm sorry if you're depriving of food. Alright, so we both have the Nkoma kinky straight hair in, and we have them in upart, so we have our hair out.
Yep.
I have my hair out here, yeah, and at the side. So, and I have 22 inch in, and I think he has the same inch in there too.
22?
Yeah, I think it's 22, yeah. So, this is the most popular unit on our site, nkoma.com, and they come in upart, frontal, and closure. So we wanted to do a wig sale, because I haven't done a wig sale on my YouTube in a while.
Assisted wig sale.
Yeah, so I've been doing wig sales on my IG, but not on my YouTube. So I'll do one for you guys, special one for you guys from my YouTube. So the kinky straight, just send me an email if you're interested in like the upart, closure, or frontal, or if there's any other type of wig that you're interested in. Let me know, and then we'll get them custom made for you. And
just like ours.
Yeah, just like ours. Like this unit is the most popular. This is the one people order the most.
This is the best. This is a lifesaver.
Yeah,
like when I want to
this is my go-to hair.
Yes, for sure. Like if I just want to do like a quick, like it took me probably like, I had to take care of the baby like intermittently, but it took me probably like 20 minutes to curl the hair or less. Yeah. And I feel like I have like a quick, like natural but like fabulous look.
And our kinky straight is very coarse. So if you have 4C hair like both of us, that when you have your leave out, you don't have to do anything to it.
Yeah, I never flat iron my leave out. I always just blow it out, and then it's like it matches. So
yeah, it blends well because it's coarse. It's very coarse, low luster. So, and it's very realistic. So yeah, so just send an email. I'll leave the email down below, and then we'll have a special price. So the price will be different than what's on the website. Special pricing and stuff like that. And as I said, if there's any other wig that you guys are interested in, for custom make, like, or anything like that, let us know. We'll do any type of order that you want. Frontals, closures, you know, we have other types of, we have every single type of texture that you guys would need. So let us know. So as I said, email down below. Anything else? Thanks for coming back to our channel after 3 years.
Yeah, I know, right? want to like film more videos, but like anytime I think of topics, it's all about like baby stuff. Like I'm like, I want to make a video that's like the real products you need for newborns.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
So
like,
if you guys are interested in that type of stuff now, if you're growing with us, because now we're like, you know, wives and mommies, then, you know, let us know what type of real life, because like Inky and I were like we're real life people. Yeah. You know, so like there's nothing
fake about
yeah,
so, our struggles.
Yeah, exactly. You know, nothing comes easy for anybody, but it's for us too. Nothing comes easy. We have struggles. You know, life is like it is, you know.
Yeah, but life is amazing. We're significantly blessed.
Yes.
We thank God every day.
Yeah.
If I receive no more blessings for the rest of my life, I've been infinitely blessed.
Yeah.
And I continue to look forward to the growth of my little family. Finishing residency.
Growing in success.
Yeah, growing in success.
You know, and just being happy.
Watching my kids grow, watching my marriage flourish, all that good stuff. So, good vibes, positive vibes. I send those to you guys.
Yes, out to you guys. Yeah. You know, just think positive things. I was gonna say one more thing. Yeah, let us know what kind of videos you guys want us to do, like, you know, life videos, real life videos and stuff.
Yeah. But I'll try to appear more. I like doing this. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
It is fun to talk about stuff.
Along with the kids. Next time maybe Adanna will come and say hi.
Adanna probably knock down the camera.
Yeah, he's at school right now, so we're about to go pick him up, so that's why we gotta go. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys next time.
Girl, don't panic. Say my love for you is organic, and that body's so dangerous. And how it's short, and I know you wanna cause that.